Have you ever stopped, truly stopped, to ask yourself, what if the pinnacle of wisdom isn't in accumulating knowledge, but in humbly recognizing its vast limits? Not just the books you've read, the degrees you've earned, or the facts you've memorized to feel secure in conversations, but at your core, who are you when the illusion of expertise crumbles and you're left facing the infinite ocean of what you don't know about life, yourself, and the world? In the sun-drenched marketplaces of ancient Athens, where egos clashed and truths were unearthed through relentless questioning, Socrates, the barefoot philosopher who turned ignorance into enlightenment, delivered a humbling revelation. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. At first, it feels like a demotion, a stripping of pride in what we've mastered. But oh, dear listener, lean in closer. This is no diminishment. It's the gateway to genuine growth, a call to endless curiosity that transforms shallow knowing into profound understanding. Today, in this extended narrative, I'll guide you through the layers of this timeless truth, weaving stories of arrogant falls and humble ascents, real-world lessons on embracing the unknown, and practical steps to turn self-awareness into your superpower. Promise me you'll stay with me. By the end, you might just discover the freedom in admitting how much more there is to learn. Picture this. Socrates, deemed wisest by the oracle at Delphi, embarks on a quest, not to affirm his knowledge, but to question others, politicians, poets, craftsmen, and finds their understanding riddled with assumptions. His wisdom? The realization of his own limits, while others clung to illusions. Lesson 1. Overconfidence blinds us to truth. In our information-saturated world, we Google facts and declare mastery, but Dunning-Kruger effect research shows the least competent overestimate most. Apply it to your expertise. In a work meeting, instead of asserting unproven knowledge, ask, what am I missing here? This humility invites collaboration, boosting team innovation 20% per Harvard studies. But let's dive deeper into a narrative tale to illustrate. Once upon a time, in a high-tech startup much like today's Silicon Valley, lived Jordan, a brilliant coder convinced he understood everything about AI. Degrees, conferences, code commits proving it. He dismissed colleagues' input, building systems in isolation. But a major bug crashed the product launch, exposing gaps in his understanding. Devastated, Jordan encountered Socrates' quote in a philosophy podcast. It hit like a reset button. His troubles stemmed from overestimating knowledge of complex systems. Reinventing, he embraced how little, sought mentors, collaborated openly, iterated with feedback. Within a year, his AI innovations soared, company valued at millions. Lesson 2. Realization of limits sparks mastery. Like Jordan, we know our fields, but ignore interdisciplinary blind spots. Google's psychological safety shows admitting ignorance fosters 30% more breakthroughs. In personal growth, journal. 3 things I thought I understood, but now question. This cultivates adaptive learning. Now, let's pivot to the emotional realm, where this wisdom heals the heart. Socrates, how little isn't defeat? It's humility that frees from ego's prisons. We understand our emotions, yet lash out in anger or withdraw in fear. Lesson 3. Limits awareness builds empathy. Relationship therapist Esther Perel notes, assuming we know our partner's world breeds conflict. Admitting how little invites intimacy. Practically in arguments, say, help me understand what I'm missing. This reduces misunderstandings 40% per communication studies. Weaving in societal impact. Consider how overestimating understanding divides us. Polarized debates rage because each side knows truth. Lesson 4. Humility bridges divides. MLK's nonviolence stemmed from realizing how little we understand others' pain, fostering dialogue. In your community, lead with, "What don't I know about your perspective?" It de-escalates 50% of conflicts, per negotiation research. As our story unfolds further, explore creativity. Socrates questioned to birth ideas. How little sparks invention. Lesson 5. Ignorance fuels innovation. Picasso reinvented art by admitting how little he knew of forms, birthing cubism. In Pursuits, approach as beginner. What basic assumption am I wrong about? Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's flow state thrives in this wonder, boosting creativity 35%, but a caution. How little invites paralysis if unchecked. Lesson 6. Balance with action. Stoics like Epictetus built on Socrates. No limits, but act on what you can. Avoid analysis paralysis by setting learning limits. Question, then decide. Finally, as we conclude this epic exploration, remember, Socrates' wisdom led to his death, but his how little lives eternally, questioning us to greater heights. Lesson 7. True understanding is lifelong humility. Daily mantra. Today I realize how little I know, and that's my power. My dear listener, we've traversed ancient inquiries, modern minds, and personal rebirths. Socrates, how little isn't limitation. It's invitation to infinity. Embrace it, grow boundless. If this resonates, share something you know little about below. Until next time, may wisdom light your path.
If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic Horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.